Hello everyone, here's Zabik, and today I'm going to try something new. I am going to try to commentate during the game. Now, I was inspired by high quality videos brought to you from Aokia, who streams on Twitch. I will link his Twitch channel in the description should you be interested in more pro games accompanied by commentator. I do not hope to have the same high quality of commentating, at least for the reason of not having such a good English, since OK comes from an English-speaking country. But it is still worth a shot, even if I will be struggling to use a few words with right pronunciation. Should be kind of more fun while talking. I'm also not quite sure if all my sippings and clicks will be heard at the video, but I mean, Nokia's also started with a like 200 pixels stream, so it should be okay. Now, as for what is going on now, the teams have been picked. We are playing 5 against 5 players. I'm going random as always. Maybe not green yet. So we have RPO, Toko, who is... okay, he's not new. Sugar, Lieutenant Colonel John Shepard and Hammer as enemies. And we actually have Trollic with us, so... basically, from people in this lobby, we have like top 1 and top 2 picks on our team, so I would assume this game is going to be an easy one. Of course, we do have also a few like weakest picks, but we should be fine. Also, we can see that Team 1 consists of 5 TES loyalists. Okay, now Sugar changed to TES Rebel. Basically, TES loyalists are the most beloved faction due to its pretty easy gameplay with Corvette and Marza spam. But what can you do about metas? On our team, we have one Advent Rebel, Western Loyalist, Advent Rebel, and Advent Loyalist. So we have a pretty like creative people and their preferences. Because especially Vasari are like a rare race due to their specifics and rather weak late game. Now I also hope I will not press the mute button of my microphone during the clicking. But well, we will see. Okay, so the final guy has arrived and we will be starting soon. And he actually also picked TES loyalists, so we will not be having as a creative team as one could hope. But oh well. Okay, so first of all we will be selling our scouts, selling a few metal, getting our first colony ship, a few additional scouts. Also I want to micro the additional scouts because it is important to fly in the direction of our enemy. I'm also setting to sell metal not only for the half of the price but for a full price. But since no one will be buy as much metal early game, it is worth selling at the half price.
I seek knowledge. All shall be revealed. Unity be my guide. A colonizable planet has
Okay,
been
so we have
discovered.
one desert planet. It has low militia, which is good.
All shall join the unity in
It's
time.
an asteroid.
Say no more. What lies before us? All shall be revealed. What needs revealing? The future is ours.
I'm gonna
Very
send my
wise.
capital ship here, even if it's not scouted. I'm almost sure it will be an asteroid, because you usually have like 2 asteroids.
Stand by for phase
We
check.
didn't scout our enemy yet.
A colonizable planet
Okay,
has
so
been
enemy is
discovered.
also not here, and as you see, it's an asteroid.
What needs revealing?
I could be screwed up, and
A
it
colonizable
could be
planet has been
not an
discovered.
asteroid. Okay, we have Hammer as our enemy. He is a decent enemy, but
Another planet joins the unity.
we should be okay going civilian labs for those planets. I don't have the ability to colonize greenhouse at tier 2, while other
A colonizable planet
races
has
usually
been
get it at
discovered.
tier 3, which is also nice. Okay, so
A
Hammer rushed
colonizable planet has
corvettes,
been discovered.
but it's pretty usual start, so nothing to
A
worry about.
colonizable planet
Okay,
has been discovered.
here should get the third first.
With one voice. Is it time? A colonizable planet has been discovered.
I want to keep an eye on Hammer and see if...
My path
Okay,
is
he
clear.
actually goes to rush me.
Is it time?
Probably I shouldn't be getting them in
Planet
civilian lab,
development
but a
complete.
military lab.
Requisite research must be conducted first.
Let's get it even before...
Construction finished.
before the extractor.
The future is ours.
We can still get the extra
Allied forces need
population.
our assistance. Is it time? Very wise.
Okay, so for now, Hammer is simply farming experience on that volcanic. Maybe he will not go any further, but
Show me the path.
it's not
Stand by
worth
for
the
phase check.
risk of not going
time?
military lab.
Construction finished. Speak your mind. Very wise. What needs revealing?
Okay, so I want to scout
My
what
path
is he
clear.
doing.
Speak your mind.
Okay, maybe here will be another asteroid or something. It's
Construction
also
finished.
locked away system. Okay, no, it's a dead
Planet
asteroid.
joins the unity.
It is worth colonizing later on
Construction
because it
finished.
may have an artifact, but for
Tell me
now
how
it
I
will
might
be
serve.
wasted economy potential.
What needs
So
revealing?
he's still not here.
Allied forces
Actually,
need our assistance.
I want that gun here. Let's micro our worker so that it doesn't get lost.
Complete.
I'm also placing my capital ship near the
Colonizable
turret.
planet has been discovered.
Okay, since we have a fleet of corvettes, we could use them
What do you desire?
to clean this
What lies
ice.
before us?
Also, I did get extra
The future is ours.
fleet supply.
Heathens be purged.
Okay, so he's still fighting there. His corvettes
Guide me.
were not spotted anywhere
My path is
near,
clear.
so
All shall be
we
revealed.
could probably also rush that volcanic later.
Our reinforcements have
We
arrived.
actually did sell our metal at
Desecrators assault our
100%, so it was good. Ah, there's corvette
Speak
fleet.
your mind.
Okay, so I missed. I
Very
did
wise.
miss the movements.
Tell me how I might serve.
That's unfortunate.
We are one.
We will have to
We're
retreat.
prepared for anything.
Everything on
We are
retreat. Let's cancel this
Is it time?
to save a few
We're prepared for
ships.
anything. As we expected.
Maybe it wasn't all that good because I could have captured ice and get culture. Well, since I am not going for it, I could go this
We understand.
route.
With one voice.
Okay, so oh, okay, I did forget my capital ship, which is not optimal at all. It's now going to get some heavy damage.
We sense you.
I still cannot attack there because he has much more corvettes, and even with Malice I do not want to take that high losses.
Speak your mind.
Okay.
Tell me how I might serve. What do you desire?
Now I probably want to change setting. I did add to
Very wise.
the program I'm streaming with, so I will tap for a second. Okay, so now I will not be worrying about getting muted. We can scuttle that, get more corvettes, and military research. Like, because I made that mistake, my capital ship is really low. It has like 40% of its hull.
Tell me how I might serve.
It's not that bad. It's set. Maybe with extra shields will be good. With add-on fleet, you like the general idea would be that they rely more on shields than hull, and this is true for corvettes. You see, like they have 200 hull and 250 shields, now a bit more because of the upgrade. But for example, Illiums have more hull than shields, so if you would be spamming Illiums, it would be more wise to get hull. This supposed also have more.
What do you desire? The path shall be cleared.
Not, they have actually more shields. My apologies. Okay, so now we are going in. Actually, there is a Terran. Okay, he is kind of scouting me. Let's attack. Let's attack.
Speak your mind. Heathens be purged.
Okay. We need some better micro.
Say no more.
As we expected. We are one.
Our capital ship's shields have been overwhelmed. Speak your mind.
We are one.
Well, now he's doing a big mistake. He's fighting me in Malice, and while I do have a large corvette fleet,
Do not dare.
so a lot of firepower of those corvettes goes into
Say no more.
the corvettes,
Your time has come.
into my corvettes instead of my capital ship, even if he
We
says
are
to
one.
focus my capital ship.
Stand by for
Now we want to retreat because that Marza has like 100 of DPS with its ability. Okay, we did give him the planet, but it's not all that critical. Now I desperately need
Is it
the
time? The future
hull.
is ours.
Actually,
We are one.
I'm going to raid
Speak
him.
your mind.
The path shall be cleared.
I also keep my capital ship here so that we can retreat.
More credits are required.
What do you desire?
Yes, right. I want to kill his constructor so that he doesn't get any reinforcements here.
The path
And now
shall
we
be
can
cleared.
retreat.
We are one.
Let's put our construction bot closer.
More credits are required.
Okay, since everything
We're
is going as
prepared for
planned,
anything.
he's probably going to jump for this plan, but it's not bad. Okay, we lost our colonizer.
More credits are required.
Frigate, it just said, but
Allied forces
Uh,
need our assistance.
I did hope to for it to get for militia, but probably died.
Is it time?
We sense
Let's
you.
make another dive in. He has really few corvettes there.
Opening a portal to space.
We also want the rally points set there. Our capital ship will repair
The
here.
future is ours.
We are one.
Yes, I
What do
did
you
hope
desire?
that the constructor wouldn't respawn instantly, but basically if there is no army, enemy army in the system,
Knowledge acquired.
the bot will spawn really fast.
We are
I can
one.
fight him without malice because my corvette. Oh, okay, he's actually jumping,
What do you
so
desire?
let's jump after
We're
him.
prepared
Actually, let's return one corvette so
Our
that he doesn't
reinforcements have arrived.
get a constructor that easy.
Speak your mind.
Our capital ship is ready.
Tell me how I might serve.
Okay,
Say no
now
more.
we can jump back.
We're prepared
You
for
see,
anything.
it's basically an instant respawn. Doesn't matter because the more ships he builds, the more I will kill and get more
What do
experience.
you desire?
I'm pretty confident in this matchup. Okay, my capital ship decided to do an unnecessary jump. Okay, so he actually is getting kobolds, which are a better counter to corvettes or a game, but not an
An enemy
ultimate
fleet
counter.
threatens an allied
I
colony.
do want more supply.
Shall be clear.
Let's get
Say no more.
ships into the battle. Okay, my capital ship decided to rage in the hull.
We are one.
Knowledge acquired.
We sense you.
Is it time?
We're prepared for anything.
So I can focus his Marsa
We are
or
one.
fleet
Your time has come.
with Malice.
Say no more.
The path shall be cleared. The path shall be cleared.
Allied forces need our assistance.
We are one.
Speak your mind. Say no more.
The path shall be cleared.
Now, since corvettes do have weapons at all sides of
Our word shall
their
be spread.
models, you want to
Shall be
like
cleared.
jump back and forth
We
in
are listening.
circles.
Is it time?
Well, I'm
Do not
probably going to
dare
bomb
resist.
this.
More
Well,
credits
corvettes
are
will
required.
deal with
Tell me
those
how I might
ships.
serve.
For the unity.
Let's
Our
get us
reinforcements have arrived.
ice.
Tell me how I might
Okay,
serve.
so he tries to bomb that planet. That means he will not be getting
We
any
sense
XP,
you.
which is good.
Obliteration! We are one.
I don't
As we
care.
expected.
His fleet did suffer high casualties, so let's just harass his Marsa.
Tell me how I might serve.
Knowledge acquired.
We don't have a turret here, so
The future is
well,
ours.
we can. Oh, okay,
We're
now that
prepared
corvette
for
is dead.
anything.
An enemy fleet threatens an allied colony.
Okay, that turret
Tell me how I might
is
serve.
also dying, but
Our
it doesn't
reinforcements
matter.
have arrived.
We have a
the
colonizer
unity.
frigate.
More credits are required.
We're prepared for
And
anything.
it's probably going to cost him his Marsa.
We sense you.
The future is ours. Say no more.
As we expected. We are one. The path shall be cleared.
Your time has come.
What do you desire? The path shall be cleared. Death to the heathens!
Okay, so he tries to focus my
We
progen,
sense you.
but his Marsa will die.
Shall be cleared.
Our allies' capital
And
has
it's
fallen
dead.
to the enemy.
And he has
Do
no
not dare
fleet.
resist.
What lies before us?
Do not forget this
Allied
one.
forces need our assistance.
The unity strikes!
We're probably going to need some purge vessels to bomb that planet faster.
We sense you.
Let's scout.
As we expected.
Okay, so he actually did get his colony ship through. That possibly means... Okay, he could actually take this road, which is much safer. But yeah,
Requisite research must be conducted.
the planet bomber
first.
should be okay.
Planet development complete.
Now, I did a few mistakes at this beginning.
We sense you.
It's kind of new to me to
Our
commentate.
fleet has
So
arrived.
I
Heathens
wasn't
will be
supposed to
purged.
have like this bad economy at this point, especially have like harmony, etc. But we are getting back.
The future is ours.
I'm probably going to go for the
We
greenhouse.
sense you.
Our
Okay,
reinforcements have arrived.
let's leave like 5 corvettes
As we
here.
expected.
Rest can go attack.
Speak your
Only
mind.
planet bombers are
Very
coming, so
wise.
we can go for greenhouse planet. And this colony frigate will give us access to this planet. Now it's probably time to look what our teammates are doing. Okay, Spock is fighting RPO. It's pretty even match. Kai already died to Colonel, which is to be expected. Toko is dying to FRC.
Knowledge acquired.
And Trolloc is killing Sugar.
What do you desire?
So we want to kill this constructor.
We're
Now if we
prepared for
keep an eye on
anything.
those two planets, he will not be able to sneak and kill my purge vessels, which is
We sense you.
all I desire.
Desecrators assault our world.
Since I already have capital ship level 5, I can easily colonize this planet already. Actually, I
Say
will
no
even,
more.
not to lose any second, I will be moving by it. So he has a fleet here.
We sense
I do not know why would he send ships there. There was no threat, but it does endanger
Speak
our
your mind.
Another
progenitor.
planet joins the Unity. Allied
Okay, so
forces
there
need our assistance.
is not colonized.
We sense you.
So I'm probably
As we expected.
okay. So he's not going for my capital
The
ship,
path
which is
shall be
good.
cleared. We sense you.
I'm probably going to
The path shall
still
be cleared.
send my ships here
The future is ours.
and also get volcanic colonization. I could get culture on
Construction
like this
finished.
planet, but green culture is already here, so I want to put my culture here once the planet is bombed out.
What do you desire? We are one.
Well, let's keep a track
We are
of
one.
his army.
We sense you.
I could get the
Construction
XP
finished.
from those militia
What do you
first,
desire?
Is it time?
because every level is extra
sense you.
shield regen, shield mitigation. Okay, so he's trying to clean
Allied
this
forces
ice.
need our
Well,
assistance.
that's good to us. That's
Very
good.
wise.
I'm not
We
sure
sense you.
if fighters are going the right way, but we'll find out soon. Okay, now
prepared for
this is
anything.
situation I want to avoid when corvettes will leave
Construction
focus
finished.
structures instead of
Another planet joins the
killing
Unity.
constructors, which could be getting like
Is it time?
What do you desire?
planetary
As
turrets.
we expected.
What's he doing?
The path shall be cleared.
Now this may screw us a bit,
The future is ours.
because this planet is already
We
colonized.
sense you.
Let's get a factory here
Planet
for
development complete.
colonizer ship
Desecrators assault our world.
and
We're
send
prepared
10,
for anything. We sense
12
you.
corvettes here.
The future is ours.
Allied reinforcements have joined the
You
battle.
can go for the
We
ice.
sense you.
Okay, we actually did colonize this plant
Construction
already.
finished.
I get culture
Our
first.
forces have engaged the enemy.
We're prepared for anything.
Okay, it's cleaned. It's nice.
Our reinforcements
Really
have
nice of
arrived.
him.
We're prepared
Now he will
for
probably
anything.
bring his. Okay, he did get a hangars. Well, it's time to transit into illuminators anyway.
Planet
Yeah,
development
he
complete.
has ships coming,
We sense
so
you.
I want to
The path shall be cleared.
kite him.
Construction finished.
Is it time?
Let's go for this ride. He will
As we
be
expected.
surprised
The path shall be cleared.
and even
As
scout.
we expected.
I also want to get culture here, so that I put some
We
passive pressure on
sense you.
him. It is unlikely to culture somebody out, but it's still useful so that people
Construction finished.
As we
lose income. And he actually now found out
Allied forces
that's-
need our assistance.
I have colonized those planets. Also his
Construction finished.
I can,
expected. We sense
but
you.
surprise, surprise, I'm
You
already
must
here.
suffer.
So he's now retreating, and
Construction
we can
finished.
bring in our
Speak your mind.
planet bombers. He will GG. Yeah.
Knowledge
Well,
acquired.
as I said, this was pretty much a GG
What do you
before the
desire?
game started, simply because of the teams.
Obliteration!
We had two top
Our
picks. Of
reinforcements
course,
have arrived.
we also had the two fat picks, but high picks usually matter much more than having low picks.
Our fleet has
We are
arrived.
waiting on somebody. Sugar? Oh no, we didn't call John Shepard. Okay, he's there. I actually returned. Let's go
Certainly.
around.
Judgment nears. Allied forces need our assistance. Construction finished. An enemy fleet threatens an allied colony. Our reinforcements have arrived.
Is it time?
What do you desire?
Well, the game will end, and I will probably skip the stats part because
Opening a portal to phase
since
space.
we did wait a long time, the lobby for the next game is probably going to be nearly full, and well, since this game was stuck at the beginning, there is no special thing to see, like it doesn't matter how many ships were killed or whatsoever, because it wasn't a really even match. I did miss
What do you desire?
the picking
We
phase of
sense
the game,
you.
so I was just told to go team
We
Destroy.
have cleansed the planet of heathens.
Okay, so John is probably I don't know what he's doing.
We sense you.
Our forces have engaged the enemy. An allied world has fallen to the enemy.
No, this happens time to time that people refuse to leave.
What do you desire?
It's sad,
Our
but
destiny awaits.
well,
We're prepared for anything.
Desecrators assault our world. Construction finished. Construction
well, if this is going to continue, I probably can simply like get a fleet.
Allied forces need our assistance.
Spock
your
left the
mind.
game. Well,
Tell me how I
I
might
do not
serve.
mind leaving the game because I don't care that much
Construction finished.
for like my win rate or whatsoever.
Our fleet
But
has
what I
arrived.
do care about is that there are players who think they can refuse to leave every game just to
Construction
troll,
finished.
and by leaving I pretty much feed those
Tell me how I
trolls,
might
so
Stand by for phase jump.
I am not keen on leaving this right now.
Desecrators assault our
Well,
world.
as you may see, I have like
Our reinforcements
I've not
have
been
arrived.
doing a lot of stuff because it was
must
a GG.
Is it time?
I don't care, just use it in autocast. Against AI it's okay because Malice can affect up to 21 ships and 28 at level 4, but it will always prefer to target capital ships, and
Our forces have
it
engaged the
will
enemy.
basically spread the ships around
Construction
the main
finished.
target. So if
Tell
capital
me
ships
how I
fly
might
us away,
serve.
it will not be used against everyone. Well, Trolek
Tell
is
me how I
upset
might
with
serve.
John.
A friendly fleet has arrived. Construction finished.
Tell me how I might serve.
Desecrators assault our world. An enemy fleet threatens an allied colony.
Tell me how I might serve.
Allied forces need our assistance. An allied world has fallen to the enemy.
Tell me how I might serve. 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 Tell me how I might serve.
Our reinforcements have arrived. Requisite research must be conducted first.
The path shall be cleared. Tell me how I might serve.
Let's get a few extra upgrades.
Is it time?
Tell me how I might serve.
Also, an important thing, if you use Malice manually every time
Time has come.
you use it, Malice will stop attacking its main target, while in Autocast it will
Threatens an allied colony.
continue, in this example, bombing planet.
Tell me how I might serve.
Well, now if you watch streams of OK, you would see him not picking capital ship abilities
Tell me
when
how I might serve.
they are ready. I really hate him for this because the plus sign the capital ship like
Tell me how I
really
might
picks a
serve.
nerf
What do
on
you
me
desire?
because
Your time has
like
come.
okay, getting shield points is not that important because you would
Requisite
usually do not
research
use
must
shield
be
at all
conducted first.
unless very rare situations, and
The
like
future is ours.
if I would transfer into late game and do not gather extra XP, having the
Speak your mind.
ultimate to resurrect capital ship's experience may be useful, but
Death to the heathens.
well,
An
it's
allied
it's not
fleet has
worth
fallen to the
the
enemy.
case in this scenario anyway,
Tell me how
and
I might serve.
usually.
The path shall be cleared.
Okay, with Progen
Tell
it
me
does
how I
work, but
might
with other
serve.
capital ships it's simply weird, especially with the Malice, because Aoke doesn't get points
Your time
even
has come.
into Malice, but Malice
The
is
future
pretty
is
much
ours.
Requisite research must be conducted
a mandatory
first.
pick.
Tell me how I might
Well,
serve.
if he's not
We're
going
prepared for anything.
to leave, I'm simply going for a
We
Titan,
sense you.
simply because I can. We actually
What
have
do you
Corvus.
desire?
Oh,
The
let's
path shall be cleared.
send him here.
Requisite research must be conducted
I'll just
first.
received a message that there are
Is it
3
time?
spots in the 5S.
Do not dare resist.
Allied forces need our assistance. Planet development complete. Our reinforcements have arrived.
Tell me how I might serve.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Okay, so now we're going to rush for the next 5S because if that guy was rude enough to stay in a 5 against 1 situation, I'm at least not going to give him to take my spot for the next 5S. Like in good old times back in 2013, people would simply get banned for such behavior, where they refuse to leave because it's simply a trolling toxic behavior and there is enough toxicity already in this community. But Okay, my voice is getting fucked. Let me take a short pause. I'm not sure if it's worth recording like a stream like during the pause, because maybe we will have like 10 players in a few minutes, but since it's not a stream, I am considering making a pause. Of course, I could cut it out later at the editing point, but well. Since Shepard left anyway, I think I'm going to make an end of this video and just make another recording from starting the next game.